I'm live. Let's get it. I am not Joe Biden this stream. Unfortunately, I don't have the energy to do that. Even under normal circumstances, I don't know if I would be able to do that twice in a row. And this is less than ideal. You know, this is like not even as good as normal circumstances because the weather is gray and gross outside, and my seasonal depression is bogging me down. So I'm just gonna have my little notepad open, and I'm gonna have the OBS open, and maybe I'll have Twitch open as well. Wow, one viewer already. Welcome to the stream. And we're gonna get into it. And I have interesting things to talk about. That'll be fun. But this stream might be a little bit more mellow than the other ones that I have done, particularly the other Mario Kart ones. Melee always tires me out, so you might get comparable energy to one of those streams. But regardless. Yeah. Let's go online. Now, as far as I know, all the changes I have made are cosmetic, so they should work with online. You know, that'd be nice. See, I tweeted that shit out, right? Yeah, I did. Alright. Versus. Yeah. So as you can see, I have a few custom characters. I have Streetwear Mario, Raincoat Baby Mario, Baby Mr. L, Casino Luigi, Bowsette. Menu screen doesn't show it, but this is Mario Strikers Daisy. This is Hammer Bro. Ampharos. This is Red Yoshi. Doesn't show up on the screen. Heracross. Pepsi Man. Honky Kong. Dragonite. Doesn't show on the select screen, but this is Trans Rights Funky Kong. I think this is also Mario Strikers Rosalina. And Regular Boo. And, not the least of which, being Gold from Pokemon Gold and Silver as the Mii costume. So I'm excited to, but it only goes over Mii outfit A, so I'm excited to try this stuff out. Anyways, let me see what track I was voting for last time. Order stating we did that. So dungeon. Sahara hideout. Right, that's right. Abyssal Ruins, okay. I've played this track quite a few times on stream. Delete that now. You can see there he has the Trans Rights Funky Kong outfit. Get him. Ah, he thought he could get me with the classic hidden banana. But no. He could not. Man, I'm not getting great items in second here. Aha! Ah, damn. I thought I anticipated that layout of bananas almost exactly, but... Yeah. Alright. That was a nice try. Put that one even wider than last time. Oh, shit. I didn't know I would get that big of a boost off that mushroom. I'm killing the room. I don't like two-player rooms. Come on, give me something. Give me something. Come on. No? Seems like nobody's online right now. Let me see here. Oh, it's probably that same guy, so I'm backing out here. Videos. Here, let me change the title just a little bit. There we go. That's a little bit better, I think. Let's see if there is anybody online in a regular worldwide. You know, it's Thursday. There might not be that many people, online in general, because it's a work day and all that. But, you know, we'll see. We'll see what the online world has to say. I am gonna be Heracross. Alright, we got some people. Damn, Jair Bolsonaro was playing Mario Kart? That's crazy. Wait, I'm dumb. Hold on. What is going on with my capture card? Hold on a minute. Did I do it? I did not do it. My monitor is turned off. Thanks, monitor. You really helped me out there. Nothing. 1 minute. Sorry. Daisy Circuit. Oh. Son of a bitch. Try this again. Right. So the race started. I still have a black screen right here. I'm just gonna play this out. Sorry, this is a black screen for a moment. And I'll try to figure out what's going on once this race is done. I'll disconnect and see if there's like anything I can do. Or if my capture card just hates me today. Here, you know what? This is an opportunity for me to just plunk it over to this screen. And this will be the view that you guys get until this race is done and I can get something something going with the capture card. Ow. A Carter just starred me. Ah, golden mushroom. Cool. Oh my god, I'm a genius. I did a perfect golden mushroom chain. It ran out just in time for me to get the item box in the shortcut. This is 100cc. Dragon Knight's Island. This is a fun track. Look at that. We got the trans rights Funky Kong. This one doesn't show up on the character select screen at all, but it's a pretty simple texture. You just replace his bandana and tank top with the trans flag, which I am a big fan of. Meanwhile, my Mii outfit is gold from Pokemon Heart Gold, Soul Silver, I think. I did also, you know, where last time I talked quite a bit about politics and stuff and my life experience in college and whatever, this time I have some philosophical things to talk about, and not existential philosophy, which is probably the most well-known kind. It is actually a little bit more into the nitty-gritty than that, which is exciting, because I finally get to use some stuff from my philosophy class that I love, which is very cool. So as could probably be guessed by other streams that I've done, I'm a huge nerd for many things: video games, books, politics, philosophy, all that shit. The classic man who needs to touch grass. But lately I've been reading a book about statecraft, like the way that governments try to structure themselves and try to structure their environment, and as the author put it, how certain schemes to improve the human condition have failed, which I find very interesting. Because at the end of the day, so all of my state, like as an anarchist or whatever, you know, it was one project among many that was meant to actually improve life. There was a myriad of ways in which in Mario Kart. Oh shit! I'm a genius. Sorry. Yes. I just muted it for now. I had to re-add my capture card as a source. So it's, I don't have any of the, volume control that ordinarily I would have. That one's my B. So anyways, I'll fix that after this race. But yeah, what I was saying, I am the classic, man who needs to touch grass. I read philosophy and politics for fun. You know, I mod my video games all half to death, that sort of thing. So, one of the books I have been reading lately is about statecraft and the art or the science or the whatever of administration. You know, how, as the author puts it, how various schemes to improve the human condition have failed. Because even though I critique the state for a lot of things as an anarchist, is that better? I hope the game volume is better when I put it more like -32. The state was still one of the projects of humanity that, you know, nominally people wanted to create the state as a way to help people live better lives. Even though there are many ways in which it was built for bad purposes, there are many ways it was built for good purposes. But that's not to say everything that comes with it is a success. And at the risk of rambling, I'll try to get to what I mean. Oh, 5 viewers. Wow, hot dog. The author is a guy by the name of James Scott. I've read some of his stuff before. But what he's talking about is a contrast that's very important to, I think, in like political discussion, whatever. The distinction between modernism, right? High modernism, and postmodernism. There's three main things here. These are philosophical perspectives. So, I don't know if anybody's had, like, a high school English class. If so, you may have learned a little bit about, like, modernism in literature, which I think is very cool. Incorporating themes of progressivism and stuff into writing and whatnot. But in the terms of, like, running a government, usually what happens with modernism is people say, yeah, so there's, you know, we want our government to be scientific and rely on the science to run our country. You know, and the point where the big flaw arises is that it is one single science. It is not like a multi-perspective thing. Well, that was tragic. You know, very much like there is one way of doing things, very regimented. Not a whole lot of room for creativity, to be honest. And, as it turns out, with high modernism, not a lot of room for, like, local indigenous knowledge either, which created a lot of problems, especially in places like the Soviet Union. You know. So, you know, when you hear about the planned farms and, like, the city of the future, like, you see those billboards and, like, the farm of the future and mid-century aesthetics and whatever, that's what high modernism is. And it is not, it fails quite a lot, you know? Because more so than actual, like, whoa, everybody just died there. More so than actual adherence to sciences, which can be actually very complex. That kind of modernism is very much like the aesthetic of science. It's almost like a religion, even, with the degree to which people, like, adhere to it. You know, there were a lot of, like, planned farm projects and planned settlement projects that ended up going really, really badly in, you know, like I said, Soviet Union, in Africa, you know, like Tanzania in particular, I think. And even in America, you know, there were certain things like this that it did not turn out well. But now we get to my personal favorite, and that's postmodernism. Postmodernism means that there is more than one truth. You know? Like, you could take several statements about a single thing, and they could be true in different contexts. So it's kind of the rejection of a monolithic, you know, robotic system of truth, if that makes sense. But, you know, if I had to, like, put it into, like, more real-world context, you would be able to tell the difference between a modernist and a postmodernist, because modernists are authoritarian, usually. High modernists, in particular, are authoritarian. You know, central planning and all that. But postmodernists are often not authoritarian, because they don't want central planning for cities and stuff. And when I say central planning, I don't mean, like, any kind of planning. I mean, like, you've literally laid the city out on, like, on a piece of paper, and then you just go in to build exactly that thing. That doesn't work. You know, a lot of things like farms and cities have to grow organically. Otherwise, you get something like Brasilia, the capital of Brazil, which was built just to be an administrative center and is kind of dead in terms of social life. You know, there's a lot of open space, but it's not like the good kind of open space. It's like empty space. And that's because they tried to plan every part of the city out from the beginning, not realizing that cities need to start just as small settlements and then grow over time, and things get added as it needs to be added. If it's very interesting, if you look at a, like, medieval village or a city that started as a medieval village from the top down, like a satellite photo, it almost looks like a cell, you know, an organic cell. And that's kind of how cities have to work. But I thought that was very interesting in that book I was reading. So yeah, that's the, modernism and high modernism emphasize planning and centralization, and then postmodernism emphasizes that there's more than one correct way to do things. Look at that VR. Yeah, dude. Also, what's up, Dad? How's it going? It's over 9,000. My VR, in particular. Some poor fella in this room had I think like 4,000 something. Sometimes that's frustrating when you get lower than the starting point, but hey, look, it's okay. That just means there's that much more Mario Kart to play. What got selected? I didn't see. Ah, Koopa Shell Pipeline. You have 4,000? That is totally okay. VR, the meme is VR is just a number, but it really is just a number. Whoa, what's this guy? He's driving while tiny? He's been sucking on helium gas or something. True. Playing on the Wii remote makes you a Giga Chad. That shit is hard. Very weird interaction with that half pipe there. Now everybody sucked on the helium. If only this is what happened when you got struck by lightning in real life. That'd be way funnier. Instead, you just, like, die. That's kind of lame, Blooper, best item in the game. I will never recover from this. This track is a lot of fun. It's a little bit longer than other tracks, but it's very dynamic, I think. It's got a lot of... Did he... Okay, that was like when the hair's breadth of hitting me. All part of the plan. I meant to throw that banana to slow myself down just enough to get hit by the POW and then live. Hello, player. Every time... Okay, every time I see somebody with like the default me and just the player name tag in a room like this, I assume it's like Troy or Enmead or like Emil or somebody just screwing with everybody, be like, how much VR can I gain if I start from 5,000? Because that's like the new video thing. Meanwhile, I'm over here, I will never use a Smurf account, probably. Unless it like gets to the point where people actually see me and they start targeting me and whatever. Oop. Bro. Yeah, Mario Kart Smurfs. Playing against me helped you get better? That's good to hear. I have kind of a lead over this guy. Oh no, he's gonna pull a red shell and I'm gonna eat shit and die. Yeah. How did I know? He can't keep getting away with this. Never mind, I'm a genius! That was big brain, biggest cranius. I hit the Koopa so that I spun out, and while I was spinning out, the red shell tried to go for me, but it hit the Koopa instead. So I spun out less badly and just hit the boost panel. Big brain, 100% meant a I didn't mean to do that, but I meant to do that. 12 players? Let's go. You'd love to see it. That's true. Chad move. The big brain. It's like the guy that's sitting in the table smoking the pipe, but it's all his brain. Like his brain's coming out of the back of his head, and then it makes a chair around him. He's sitting down with a pipe in his hand. It's like, yeah, I meant to do that. Oh, let's see. I already talked about high modernism and regular modernism and postmodernism. High modernism is when you do modernism while you're high, which is the only plausible explanation in my mind for all of the dumb fuck decisions that Lenin made, is that he was clearly high when he made them. But then I also wanted to move on to something that I actually talked about a little bit before on the stream. There's a segment on my channel about this, is that rail workers in America are going to go on strike, which is interesting. It's a little bit intimidating, right? Because if the rail workers strike, the entire economy shits itself. But the reason they're striking is actually because I remember there was a myriad of issues in American like rail carrier workplaces. Like workers had to be on call 24/7 every week of the year, and they didn't get paid very well. They didn't get any sick days or like leave days, none paid anyway. So they threatened to go on strike, and that caused the White House to step in and negotiate, because I mean, like, if we don't have rail, then we're fucked, you know. And also, like, having to work every day of the year with no sick time is, like, inhumane. And eventually they did reach a tentative deal, which included, I think, a 14% pay raise, with, like, a few percent available immediately, like a few $1,000s available immediately for them to get paid more, which was good. But it wasn't nearly enough, because the companies actually stuck to their line that no, you're not allowed to have any sick days. And they actually haven't changed their tune since then, the rail companies. So the workers are going on strike for real this time, because they want an actual, like, better deal. And so that's what's going on right now. So we might actually see more rail stoppages pretty soon. I remember it was a really, like, big slap in the face that, like, you know, obviously everybody was predicting, like, oh, if the rail workers go on strike, we're not going to be able to use any of these rail lines for trade and stuff, you know, like freight rail. And so Amtrak is one of those companies. And they said, "Oh, no problem. We'll just because the workers are threatening to shut down the rail line, we'll beat them to the punch. We'll shut down the rail lines ourselves when they don't even need to be shut down." Also, I think I've had like 4 thunderclouds this race. So yeah, the rail companies were crying about, like, no, they're gonna shut down our rail infrastructure, and then meanwhile they literally, like, did that themselves. Like, the companies did the thing that they accused the workers of wanting to do, because, I don't know, fucking money, I guess. Please get good position, 5th. So that was interesting, and I was like, well, ain't we just back to fucking square one? Apparently the you know, the union, it wasn't like a the union just decided to do the strike either. The workers actually voted on it, because that's how union decisions usually get made. They voted 56% to 40 something percent to to strike because the deal was not good enough. So we're gonna see that develop in the near future. Yeah. And I think, you know, as much as companies have been resisting this, there is no viable outcome other than you, like, give the rail workers the demands that they're looking for. Because, like, on the one hand, they're just being treated inhumanely, you know? Like, it's basically slave labor conditions. It almost doesn't matter that you're getting paid because you never have any time to do anything with the money. And then, but apart from that, it's like, I think companies for the first time are realizing that they no longer hold all the cards, which for a long time they actually have, in America specifically, because there's been a lot of, like, anti-union propaganda, since the Cold War days, because it was seen like, oh, unions are a communist thing, so we can't do that because that's against freedom. Never mind the fact that it's literally increases freedom to have unions. But yeah. That's kind of the point at which I don't think there's anything much more to say on the matter. Oh, interesting. I'm not taking that bottom route, that's too risky. What's this guy doing? He's gonna put the banana there? Okay. Well, where's he go? Okay, okay. He was lagging. For a second I thought he was like, I will now go to the left. I was like, what? Where are you going? Either, like, he didn't know the route, or what I'm willing to bet is more likely the case, neither of us were confident enough to go the other way. This track's a ton of fun. Because there's ramps everywhere. Oh, what? Did you, okay, well. Yeah, I hope so too. That would be pretty good, I think. Give me that M. Oh. Well, that's okay, because there's a cannon here. Man, this is just the stream where I get the thunderclouds, isn't it? Kind of fitting, given the weather outside, but, you know, still not exactly ideal. Alright. Get rid of that green shell. This is faster. Although it didn't matter, because it was the end of the race. I actually had to look at the minimap for that one. There's no way to know where you're going there. You have to look at the minimap and be like, oh, am I aligned right? And then if you're not, then you just fly into the abyss. 12 players again. Let's go. Ah, more people. What else we got? Bowser's Termination Station. Jungle Glade. I think I've played that one a few times. Crystal Plains. I don't think I have played this one on stream. Wait, did somebody unfollow me? Oh no. No, 45. Bro, one of my followers unfollowed me. That's fine. It's one person. Donut Plains 2. I don't know what makes this donut about Donut Plains. Also, the view count is very screwy. Like here, on the page where I'm streaming, like I'm looking at my dashboard settings and things like that, it says I have like 3-4 viewers, but then I like logged into my Twitch on a different tab to check something, and it said like 6 viewers, so I don't know what's going on with Twitch. I think they just don't have very good back-end stuff. Dragonite? Where'd you come from? Ooh. Huh. Oh, I could have sworn that would have got somebody. I'm holding this for dear life. Oh, come on. Again? Come here, somebody. Take that. I don't want it. No! God dang it. Tabs make your views higher? Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Ow. Well, this ain't good. Yeah, dude, I'm getting finessed by people. Alright, let's see what we got. Oh, come on! Why did they shock me there? I don't get it. Oh, man. Alright, come on. Give me this item. Yay! Fifth. Not bad. Should have shelled her and then hit her with the cloud? Yeah. Probably should have. Ouch. Ouch. Why do I have 17 notifications here? Oh, okay, never mind. Windows notifications are very weird. Yeah, yeah, knowing my luck with lightning, you're probably right. I think I've been thunderclouded more times than I've gotten literally any other item this this session. Very weird. But the good news is I don't feel rattled, so maybe this will still be a good session. Who knows? Who knows? Ah, Crystal Plains. Starting a thundercloud counter. I think I would currently be at like 5. Just staying out of the way of that bullet bill. I've gotten 0 items and I'm somehow in 2nd place. Starting at 5. Okay, thank you. Surely I won't get one in 2nd place, right? Okay. I almost tried to jinx it there. Ooh, okay. By the way, this way is faster. Oh, okay. No, what the... He lagged and made me get hit. Dang. Give me mushrooms? Yes. Nice. 3 red shells. God dang it! Don't give me that cloud. I'm just gonna throw this red shell forward here. Give me that item. That's right, baby. Okay, somehow back in second place. Nobody knows about this route. Ooh, another blue shell? Oh, whoa. Oh, that was a Baby Peach player? Let's go. That's awesome. Got him. Yay! No thunderclouds that race, and I got first. Shoutouts to the Baby Peach. I think they got third. Yeah, okay. Cool. 10 players. Ugh. Another consequence of it being like rainy and gross and stuff outside. Yeah, brighter days ahead. Literally as well. Tomorrow's supposed to be like sunny and stuff. Have I played DK Pass? I have. I have played DK Pass. Played these. I haven't played Lava Road, so I'm gonna select that one. Another product of the like it being rainy and stuff is that for whatever reason it gets like there ends up being more gas bubbles like stuck inside my joints or whatever. Yeah, sunny and cold is actually nice. That's what it was like I think yesterday and the day before. Definitely whatever the day was where I was talking about like I can finally appreciate the fact that the fucking sky is blue or something. You know? Dude, I'm slowing in people. This is weird. Shit. Ah! Oh my god, this is chaos, dude. Okay, thankfully the thundercloud counter remains at 5. We didn't just add another one there. Barely got that item. Okay, I'm using this mushroom here. Oh, I didn't get an item. That sucks. Get owned, red shell. I got blue shell to not get hit by you. Oh, okay, well. Or that could happen. Please give me item box. Yay. Oh, the best item! And I still got third. That was a fun race. Insane 0 cent. Why? What is the fucking number after people's name? 9 viewers. Oh, wow, welcome. Why is there that number, I wonder? That's their serial number. Got it. Just realized. all of these people were made on an assembly line, and there are others that are just like them. Their serial number is the number of them that is. So when you say 9,000, when you see 9,024, there's 9,023 other people that look exactly like them. Numbers 1 through 9,023. See Stadium. Oh, whoa. Get out of here, player. Got him. Now I guarantee that what's gonna happen is, hey, I got it, I'm in first. And then I get blue shelled and instantly regret trying to take over first for the whole race. Or, alternatively, I could just get away with it. Either outcome would be funny. Damn it. Ah, no. I've been hoisted by my own petard. NTSCK when? Never. Asia doesn't use NTSC, I don't think, outside of Japan. I think, so... Doesn't Asia use, like, SECAM or something? S-E-C-A-M? I don't know. I don't know my electronics that well. Ouch. Oh. Wow, I've really been sucking on the helium today, guys. I'm really small. Again, I lament the fact that this does not happen when lightning strikes you in real life. Get me up there. Excuse me, Mario. Ow! Please give me this. Thank you. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. No, what? Again? So soon? Man. He almost just bumped me off. Come on, give me the item. Alright, you're getting it now, boyo! Got him. Okay, he's doing the thing. Ooh. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh. This race has been action-packed! My voice cracked. That rhymed. Are you kidding me? How did that not... Got him. No way, dude! I'm getting destroyed this race. One mushroom and ninth? You gotta be kidding me, dude. Huh. Jeez, dude. No! What? I got lagged? Oh, man. Is what I would feel like if I cared about VR, but I don't. Man. How many times did I get hit with random shit that race? I don't know, I lost count. Of course, that doesn't say much because I never keep count for any of these races. But at least I'm not last. Yeah, true. It's okay. That was peak content. What? Why is there only 6 people now? Lame. This guy's picking desktop dash. I actually don't know how the new version plays. What are the tabs on it? Oh yeah, that's right. It's there's a Super Smash Bros. Tournament happening this weekend in Rotterdam. I don't remember where Rotterdam is. It sounds Dutch. You were gone for 50% of the race, and then you come back to me getting slammed. The other 50% was the exact same. There you go. So I filled you in. I think Rotterdam is in the Netherlands. I don't know. European city geography is not my strong suit. Get out of here. What? I didn't get an item. Lame. Haha! I knew it. I got him. You cannot escape my red shell if you only have a fake item box. I feel like this would just be faster. Yeah, okay. Yeah, the Netherlands, okay. Oh, okay. No, he got revenge. Dang. Ooh, I got the low trick. Ah. Oh, I have 2 red shells. That's fun. I'm about to have only 1 red shell. That's less fun. Oh, this is actually a good place to get this item. Although that does bring the Thundercloud counter up to 6. Bro. I'm gonna leave this room because it's shrinking rapidly. And I'm going to contribute to it. Shrinking. I would make a joke about how I white flighted myself out of that online room, but it looked like all the other Miis were white or white coated as well. So I guess that joke wouldn't be very applicable. Bro, are people online or no? Seems like people aren't really online right now. Here, let me give regular Worldwides a shot. Versus... Let's get it. Dragonite / Dry Bowser. Okay, 4 people. What? This guy said he's in Sudan? Dude. How do you have internet if you are in Sudan? Isn't that place, like, going through some crazy shit right now? I mean, I know it's not like Iran. Iran literally, like, shut off the internet. Bro, I've heard some stuff out of Iran, like, there was one clip in particular I heard. It was like audio, no video. Like apparently the clip had to be smuggled out of Iran because they don't have internet access in Iran anymore. And it was like protesters clashing with the Iranian like security forces or whatever. And it really seems like the like the protests are going to escalate into a change of government or something, which would be good. That'd be ideal, I think. It was really weird and like harrowing to listen to because it's like this kind of stuff is the only proof of what's going on in Iran right now. Granted, like back in the day, communications blackouts would be much harder to enforce because the internet also makes surveillance easier. But at the same time, Um, like, it's just, um, you know, there wouldn't be communications, like, in or out. Dry ruins. It's like we've come to accept the internet so ubiquitously that when it gets shut off somewhere, it's a major news event. Even if it just happens by accident. If, like, there's an internet outage all over a certain country, like, that's huge. But then in this case, the government did it on purpose. I can't believe I did the sand hop with the wonky-ass alignment that I had. I kind of got it. Sorry. Whoa, Declan. Oh, dang. Oh, he tried to do the wall glitch and couldn't do it. Granted, I couldn't either, so not like it matters that much. Yeah. I think I'd rather have an item than be in first unguarded. Because every possibility that somebody could get a blue shell. Oh, I got a lower trick, so I think I'm gonna maybe win? No, never mind. Good on that person. You spend more time reading, but you have a hard time preoccupying your mind with something mindless. Yeah, that happens. That has happened to me before. Sometimes I find you just have to, like, brute force it to a degree. That's not the most helpful advice, but you know, if there's a topic that you don't know as much about, like, reading a couple pages on it, like, the way I'm able to read so much is because I don't read that much at a time. Like, with the book I'm reading, it's kind of a thick book. At least I would think it is. Anyways, it's like 300 some pages, and I'm most of the way through it. But what I've been doing is just reading like 10 pages a day, 20 pages a day. You know, I sit myself down. That takes like you know, anywhere from 15 to 30 minutes, and then that's the reading I do for the day, and I'm done. And I go back to doing whatever mindless stuff I usually do. You know, obviously for different people, it varies widely the degree to which they're able to, like, sit themselves down and force themselves to do that. You know, you might just start with a few pages, like 5 pages, 3 pages, whatever, at a time. But the idea is eventually that, like, your brain gets a little bit more used to it, and it gets easier over time. You know? And it's okay to start small, too. Like, this is such a touch grass example. The Communist Manifesto is not a very long book. It's only like 50 some pages, I think. Or no, it's like 70-ish pages. You know, so if you start with shorter books, and then, you know, after you're done with like a shorter book, you worry about doing longer books. You know? And that's meant just as an example. This is not me telling you to read the Communist Manifesto. You know, if I was going to tell you to read the Communist Manifesto, I would make it way funnier. Like, I would be wearing a Ushanka with a hammer and sickle pin on it, and I would be like, have the you're gonna ignore everything after the words Communist Manifesto. Nah, but it would be funny. I would wear like the Ushanka and the hammer and sickle pin. I'd put on a big old mustache and be like, "Comrade, you must read the Manifesto of the Workers," or some shit like that. I'd make it a comedy bit, because like unironically telling people to read some socialist or communist literature is cringe. I found it on my own. I think everybody else, if they eventually like get curious about leftist politics, should do that on their own mostly as well. You know. But again, back to broadly reading. It just depends on what you're interested in as like a, I don't know, a thing that people write about. Like, I'm interested in politics, so I read stuff that has a lot to do with politics. But if people aren't interested in that, then that's not what you read. Like, if you like, if you're a big fan of narrative-driven, like, romance stories, then maybe pick out some short romance stories to start reading. Or whatever, just on occasion. Give me a topic, I'll read about it, and get back to you on Sunday. Ooh. Okay. Let's see here. Here, let me let this race get started, and then I'll try to think of something. Ow. That hurt. How about read one, not even read, start reading one study about income inequality. There you go. Just read a little bit about income inequality. It's a very, very relevant topic, and more so than a lot of people think of when they think of something like that. Just like people having different amounts of money after they're done with work or whatever. A lot of times it's very popular to talk about crime and how do we stop crime, how do we prevent crime, but it's not very popular to talk about the main thing that drives crime, which is income inequality. And particularly severe income inequality. So I think that's an interesting thing to read. A lot of the crime that people think of when they think of crime, the going into a store and stealing some stuff, is very often a crime of desperation. But anyways. Oh, wow. I got that guy. Oops. They gave me helium again. Ooh. Fun. That's my star now. Oops. I missed most of the low tricks. Oopsie. Yeah. I win. Oh, my screen's frozen, but you can still hear the Mario Kart audio? That's unfortunate. How do I address this issue? There we go. Okay. Whew. It just took turning off the capture card and then turning it back on. Because I have, thankfully, I have it set so that whenever I make the capture card source invisible, it also turns off my capture card. Which, I guess sometimes my capture card will do that. Yeah, it should be all better now. I'll try to keep a closer eye on that in the future. Suzuka Circuit, edition. I think Suzuka Circuit is the track that I really don't like the super long racetrack thing where you literally can't drive it unless you're on the mock bike or the bullet bike. Because there's a turn that's so tight that the Flame Runner can't take it, and the Dolphin Dasher can't take it, and you know, whatever. But here we're playing Koopa Beach 64. Koopa Troopa Beach. Got him. I don't care that I got red shell, it was worth it. What? Jack. What are you doing? No item. Rude. Okay. Sorry I took your box, but, you know, I needed it. Ooh, how did I miss that ramp? Blue shell. Ow! Bro, I stubbed my toe on a red shell. Alright, I'm... You gotta be kidding me. Alright, I'm chaining this with the next set of items. Oh, nice. I didn't mean to use both of those at the same time, but okay, I guess here we are. Oh, okay. Well, I'm just gonna take a little detour over this way. And now I have a red shell in first. Okay, I'm gonna learn from last time. I'm taking this route because this is apparently a little bit faster. How did I get this much of a lead in such a short time? I don't quite understand. Okay, weird. Okay. Bro, whoever used that shock seems like had my interests in mind, because the person behind me had a red shell and all I had was a fake item box. Hold on. This is turn it down to there. Okay. Better. Yeah, my guardian angel chilling in last. It's like, I got you. Get down, Mr. President. And they use the shock. Can you imagine if like somebody did a clan war or something like that, and then like everybody was in on the joke where like one guy was the president and everybody else is the Secret Service, and they all talk like they're Secret Service agents or something. God, that'd be so funny. I think, anyways. They would probably lose because they're primary objective is just to get the president up to first place, and then beyond that they just don't care. Rainbow Road Solar Edition. I've played quite a bit of Mario Kart 7 in my day, but it's been a long time since I actually played that game. Okay. It might be worth it to like look into installing CTGP on my 3DS. Apparently, there's like a there's like CTGP on the Wii, but there's also CTGP 7 for Mario Kart 7, which is cool, I think. Oof. I wonder what kind of custom tracks they have on there, though. That might be something to look into later. Is my timer still going on? Yeah. That was honestly alright for me, because I got hit by the fireball and then I got shocked. So. No item. No items. No bitches. It's more likely than you think. Oops, sorry. Dang it. Ah, a blue shell. Very interesting. Where did he go? Okay, he's still there. Items over bitches always? True. Why have bitches when you could have 1 million banana peels? Infinite source of comedy. The only one Knights and 4 is the rainbow colored question mark box. True. Shoutouts to the Crazy 8 item in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe for the Nintendo Switch. Gotta be one of my favorite genders. I didn't mean to throw that back. Oh well. Please don't squish me. Chain chomp boy. I got hit in the same place as last time. Interesting. Okay. Here's the deal. I do that. I do not have an item. However, I'm still big. I have not been squished, which is a positive development, I think. You know, if I had to guess. Wow, I kind of ran away with that one. That was a race. It sure was. Wii. Damn. I wonder if somebody's gonna, somebody might get 30-second ruled. Maybe. I'm watching the Rosalina. No, okay. Dang, that's a long track. I think it was definitely the right choice in the 3DS version to have like the really long tracks just and them be one lap. I really like that idea, but I wish Mario Kart Wii would implement that more rather than like the 2 lap thing. Because granted, sometimes one lap tracks, even though they're really big, they can feel short. You know, because even though it's like a minute or a minute and a half long lap, it's just that. It's not like you have to go around another time. In fact, I want to say that Mario Kart 7 Rainbow Road might only be as long as Toad Circuit. Because if Toad Circuit is a 3 lap track, and then Mario Kart 7 Rainbow Road is 1 lap, you know? Or maybe not Toad Circuit, but some other, relatively short early game track. You never played Mario Kart 7? Interesting. It was fun, although it's kind of like there's not as much content in Mario Kart 7 as there is in Mario Kart Wii, even just including the regular tracks, because there's no single player versus mode in Mario Kart 7. How many people go the wrong way here? Oh, I saw somebody. I saw 2 somebodies. People don't know their mirror mode. Not like it's I poke fun. Clearly, I don't know it that well either. But mirror mode on custom tracks sometimes can be like a huge issue. Because like, there's already 200 plus custom tracks. Imagine needing to know all of the like. You need to know them all. Mirror and like the regular way around. Mirror mode in general, yeah. It sucks a bit less with regular tracks because in that case there's only 32 regular tracks. And the Nintendo layouts are usually such that like there's not a lot of blind turns, so you can usually tell where you're going even if you don't have the greatest familiarity of the track. But it really becomes an issue with custom tracks because, like, how do you memorize 216, or like 200, however many tracks there are, designs, with, mirrored turns? It's so bizarre. I don't know why I did that twice in a row. Dude, everybody's just like right in front of me. That's interesting. Sounds like a skill issue. True. I got all the way up to second just by doing that. Interesting. Ow. Oh, cool. Second place. 7. That's right, 7. Another thundercloud for the count. Although, luckily, the last 2 have just been like, I get the thundercloud at the very end. I don't know if I've played that one on stream before. The one being number 1 is your favorite? There's a guy just named 1? Oh, yeah, the 1. That's him. I think he's using his Mii as well. He's on the Flame Runner. But my Mii is on the Mach Bike. Aquarock Ridge, Celestial Ruins, Daisy Hillside, Aquadrome Stage. Okay. These are interesting choices for custom tracks. Some of these are really good. And then Aquadrome Stage is kind of wacky, but Usually I do well on that stage. Sarasa Kingdom. Okay. It's interesting that it hung so long before it got to Sarasa Kingdom and then picked that. Also, for whatever reason, my perception of time today is way off balance. Okay, it is not mirror mode, so that's nice this time around. Okay, I got somebody. This track I can't help but think is like a pretty front-running heavy track. But at the same time, it's every possibility that I could just get blue shelled. I have a feeling it's gonna hit somebody. Oops. Throw my bananas in celebration. That was a pretty uneventful race. I guess no blue shell, huh? Once you get in first on certain tracks, I feel like it would be like decently easy to just widen the lead if you just hold your item behind you and be like, okay. Because then somebody else has to make like kind of a ballsy move to overtake you. And if they do that, then they do that. But usually people want to play it kind of safe. You know, they'd be a little bit afraid of getting hit by a back trail. I don't know. Pop psychology in Mario Kart Wii. Please wait a moment. The checkered flag is waving. Ballsy isn't dedicating their life to take you down. Yeah, pretty much. Marble Towers and Lava Road. Marble Towers is fun. It is a giant marble track. I used to have marble tracks when I was real little. It was like these big old tower things that you could make. They were a lot of fun for me. Ah, come on. The rabbit hole. Hey, Squeaker. Oh, he's tired. I think we're all in this household. We a little bit that tired today. Yeah, I have grievances against this track. In fact, I even made a video. Whoa, okay. I guess I'll add that to my list of critiques. There's no sticky road there. I made a video of what I think makes a good custom track and what makes a bad custom track and what makes a great custom track. And I think this is a bad custom track. This and Undiscovered Off Limit I put in similar categories. Yeah, the short version of what I say in that video is that with tracks like this, there's so much of like long stretches where nothing much happens. You know, like it's not eventful at certain points, and it just enables people to get massive leads over other people. And it like gives kind of boring races sometimes. Again, because like not that much happens. But then also, there's sections like the mushroom section where it's like you can't... It's out of your hands whether you like bounce on the mushrooms or not. And, you know, in a section like that, you don't want to bounce on the mushrooms. Oh, okay. But for some reason, competitive players really like this track, and I don't 100% understand why. Like, you know, I could say that to be, condescending or whatever, but really I just don't know what makes a good track for competitive and what makes a good track just for giving, like, eventful races. Because I know there's a divide between those two. Like, there's a lot of tracks in CTGP that are just really good tracks that are, like, I think banned from competitive or something for different reasons of, like, oh, it's not balanced or something or other. Yeah. Well, obligatory blue shell, of course. I do like the music on this track, though. This has, Maple Treeway music, I think. So, for me, it plays Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, Dusk Forest, and Deep Dusk Forest. Very nice tune. No, I think I'm gonna lose. Nah, okay. I still get first. Whew. See, but like, look how far... you can kind of see on the minimap, look how far I was ahead of third and fourth there. Because that Bowser Jr. guy, or like Hammer Bro, was right behind me, but then everybody else was like... You never got into Pokemon? Interesting. It's, I think it's one of those series that you kind of have to get, like... Yeah, you know, it was quite a lead. Pokemon, I think, is one of those series that, like, you have to get into as a kid to really be into it. You know, because it, you know, looking at it from a, a less rose-tinted perspective, there's not a ton that makes it unique from other RPGs. It's just the staying power that it has because it appeals to a very young demographic. I think. And also because it gets all the autistic people who whose eyes turn into lens flares when they see statistics. Like me. Yeah. Yeah. In fact, I remember I have told this story on stream before, but I don't remember if it like anybody was watching when I told it. One of the first Pokemon games that I really remember playing through to the end was Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Time. I got for my 8th birthday, and I played through it, and I picked. I didn't pick, but like the game gave me Turtwig as my character, and I played through the game, and I got really sad at the ending because your character disappears. And I was like, no, it's sad because he died, and I cried. But then I realized that like that was the first game I think where there was a post game. There was like stuff to do after the main game ended that I knew of. Why they do that? I don't know. Something about self-sacrifice? I'm not 100% sure. It was really well written though, I think. Because it's like, oh, the world is going to be destroyed, not in a way that necessarily makes it 100% unlivable, but in a way that drives everybody insane and leads to like the collapse of Pokemon society or whatever. So we need to stop that. And then they add at the end they add the caveat of, like, if you do this, you will disappear. Like you won't get to see it. So it's like, will you still do it? And in fact, they actually the main villain through the like main story, Dusknor, is his motive is that he wants to stay alive. Like, more than anything, him and his like cronies and his master are motivated by just like they don't want to die, and even if that means preserving a fucked up timeline, they'll do it. But then your character is like, no, this ain't right, Like, yeah, we're alive, but everybody here is insane. And, like, because I imagine that's kind of what a world of darkness does to you. Like, you don't see the sun ever. Like, plants and animals depend on that to live. You'd have a massively dysfunctional existence. But yeah. There we go. That's what I said about Pokemon attracting all the super autistically, like, hyper-fixated people. Myself being one of them. You agree with the main villain? No, you don't. If you have ever experienced depression or anxiety or oh, fuck the plants? Yes, that is true. I agree with that. However, yeah, touching grass is overrated. But if you like, it's basically like, imagine the world, but it's always nighttime and everybody is has depression and is insane and like hates everything. I was like, wow, that world really sucks. But also no plants. And I do remember another thing about the game was I actually wanted to go back to that area. I was disappointed that like you couldn't visit the Future of Darkness later in the game. It was like a one-off story chapter, because I thought it would basically me multiplied by 7 billion. Yeah, me and you multiplied by 7 billion. Like everybody is that. And also like, but even more dysfunctional. Like there's a point where it's not just like self-preservation, like selfish instinct. It's that amplified by the worst instincts that paranoia instills in you. Because when you're in the darkness, you get paranoid, not because you're alone, but because your brain is telling you you're not alone and there's something that can see stuff that you can't. And when the world is all dark and stuff, people will go crazy pretty quickly. There's even a part in the game where you have to fight Spiritomb. There's a boss fight against Spiritomb in Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, and it begins all with a misunderstanding because they're paranoid and thought that you trespassed in their home and meant to do them harm, and so they straight up tried to kill you and absorb your soul or something, and you have to KO them, and then they retreat into their shell and run away, and they're all scared and stuff. It's pretty metal. Who got picked? I didn't see. Oh, another Rainbow Road. Very nice. Okay, well, I slow on somebody. You feel like you'd be too emotional to play it? It's a, yeah, it's definitely like, I was kind of surprised because even though it's a Pokemon game, it is definitely one of those games. It elicits a lot of emotions from you. Because it actually, I think, uses the childlike facade of Pokemon to build a way better story than like a more serious environment of a game would be able to accomplish with like similar writing. Because, you know, you look at it and it's like, oh, it's cute, it's Pokemon, but then you have like very serious issues popping up, like, hey, there's something's going on that's like disrupting the flow of time, and like Pokemon that would ordinarily be good people are starting to go crazy, and you're like, oh, okay, well, you know, maybe we should fix that. And then it turns into this whole like story-defining plot point. And then the cute little turtle or fox or mouse that you picked at the beginning has to make a very, very adult decision to like sacrifice themselves for the good of everybody else that they know. Another #1 victory royale. Classic. Clásico. I'm surprised there was no Lucian. They need to compensate everyone who played that as a child for therapy? You're 100% correct. Look at what happened with me. that's yeah. That did, like, it did make me really sad at the end. And even, like, what's the craziest part is that, you know how, like, there's, the Pokemon games have a third version usually. They made the third version even more emotional. Because, like, so in the ordinary, like, in the first two versions, like, Time and Darkness, Explorers of Time and Explorers of Darkness, you go to, like, the Hidden Land to try to put all the gears of time in the tower so that, you know, there's this, like, mythical force that will run time mechanically and whatever. It's pretty cool design. But then, you know, you do it, and then on the way out, your character, like, pours their soul out to your partner, and then you disappear, and it's sad, and the end plays. In the third version, Explorers of Sky, not only is there that, there's another, like, bonus story where you're in the future at the same time that the events in the present are happening. It's like was the one Spider-Man game, Edge of Time, where like the two Spider-Men are talking back and forth. Imagine that, but like there's no connection between the characters that lets them talk. you like you as Grovile, like in the Future of Darkness, resume your sort of routine quest for self-preservation that's like never ending, and you have like actual real ass heart-to-heart moments with Dusknor because he's not a bad person. He's just driven by self-preservation to the extent that it starts to hurt people around him. You know? And like Dusknor has this really big emotional realization and shit. And then at the end you meet up with Celebi, and you go to you actually go to the top of like a mountain, and like you yeah, he just like me, for real, on God. In the bonus story, you actually experience the events of the main story as they happen. Like, you know, oh, time is starting to move again very slowly. You start feeling the breeze blowing, the sun starts to rise, and at the very end, you have to beat Dialga in the future when he has basically unlimited power. You know, as Grovile, Celebi, and Dusknoir, and the very end is Grovile and Celebi die holding each other in their arms because it's like implied that they have a romantic love interest in each other. And it was like, I only got to this point when I was like 14, 15 years old. That was like 7 or 8 years after I played the original versions. It made me cry all over again. You know? And I was like, shit. You know, that's some emotional stuff. Please don't squish me, giant marble. God, it's such an experience. Like, if there's, you know, I don't know how much I don't know how much the game like costs nowadays. You know, because it's kind of an older DS game. You know, 2009. Was when it came out, and then I didn't play it till later. So I'm assuming you could like probably get it for decently cheap. You know, if there's any retro game like recommendation I could make, it would probably be that one, actually. You know, if I'm being honest. if you play Pokemon during that era, it would have been the death of you. Yeah, in that case, maybe stay away. You know, maybe don't pursue a game that makes you feel such strong feels that would like induce you to cry and whatever. Yay! All the while listening to this nice mystery dungeon music. The game does have a very nice soundtrack too. You know, all the different dungeons is because it's a dungeon crawler game with actually a banger story. All the dungeons have pretty unique themes to them. Found the reason the universe kept it separated from me? Yeah. For real. Let's see. Yeah. Pokemon music is nice. I probably got time for 2 more races this stream, 2 or 3. And then, you know, again, the weather hasn't been the greatest today, and, you know, seasonal depression hits like a truck. So I think I'm going to have to just cut it at 2 hours like I usually do. You know, thank you to you, Coco Bandera, and to the other, you know, viewers who've been tuning in, sticking around throughout the stream. Yeah. Luncheon tour. Did you know that lunch, the term lunch for a meal is just an abbreviation of the longer word luncheon? It's a I think it's a Germanic root word. At least as far as I know, it's Germanic. Oh, there's only 5 people. Okay. That's kind of strange. You prefer luncheon? It's a much funnier word. Sorry, hun, I'm out to luncheon. Yeah. You can also probably make it rhyme with more, like, funny stuff. Where do we want to go to luncheon? We should go to the local sandwich shop. Also, I think sandwich was coined for the earldom that it came from. You know, in feudal Europe and stuff, there were kings and dukes and earls and whatever, and there was an earl in England. I forget if he was like, no, I think he was the Earl of Sandwich. Not like, yeah, pitches to Kanye. He's crazy enough that he might put it in a song and be like, fuck it, why not? But you know, very long time ago, that, you know, it used to really not be a thing that you put food between 2 pieces of bread and ate it, or like in a piece of bread or whatever. But people started doing that as like a quick way to consume their luncheon. And they called it a sandwich because of the like place that it came from in England, which was sandwich. So that's where we get that word. And I'm sure, and I'm almost certain that like other places also came up with this at the same time, or slightly earlier, or slightly later. But it's very funny to me that, you know, there was a time at which it had not yet occurred to people that, like, yeah, I can put food on the bread, and I can put another bread here, and look at that, it's a whole meal, and I can just eat it right here. Like, somebody did that, and everybody was like, dude! Munchin' and lunchin'. Preparing the way. Let me see. Well, I have the, yeah, he was the original trendsetter. Well, I have my calendar up here. Okay, so. Oh, perfect. Okay, so as it so happens, like, since I'm streaming every other day, it's like the odd numbered days of October. Paris Hilton's muse, it's true. Since it so happens that I'm like doing streams on the odd number days of October, I am going to be doing a stream on Halloween, and I will dress up in my costume for that. Hey, they finally picked Lava Road. Yes, 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 yes. Unfortunately, it's not a JoJo costume. That's kind of regrettable. It'd be really fun if I had a JoJo costume. But I do really like it because it tended to draw a few eyebrows in college when I wore it. Stalin? No, it's not Stalin. I have dressed up as a Bolshevik before, but no, it's not a Stalin costume. However, you might be closer than you think. The big thing that those two people have in common, Stalin and the person who I am wearing as a costume on Halloween, they are both war criminals. Yes, I'm dressing as the Communist Manifesto. I have a giant like poster board version of the book cover that I will just slap on the front of my body and the back of my body, and then I'm the manifesto. Also, I unfortunately do not have the beard to pull off Karl Marx. If I did have the beard to pull off Karl Marx, you better believe I would dress as Karl Marx. Because what's more communist than giving free candy? If you memorize and recite it, you can? True. That would be like, oh dude, that would be actually like, what was it, Fahrenheit 451, where at the end of the book, the main characters like ran away into the woods to escape the like regime that literally just hates books. You dress as a clown every Tuesday, so you don't think you could do that for Halloween? Yeah. Also, dressing as a clown for, I think bears a little bit different context under normal circumstances than it does on Halloween. Because like on Halloween, you get like the scary clowns, right? But then on normal circumstances, people dressing as a clown is like a comedic thing. Yeah. But at the end of Fahrenheit 451, everybody runs away into the woods, and they each become a book. Like they have a stash of books that the government is like angry at them for, and then they like become one of the books. They memorize it and recite it, and then mine is just the Communist Manifesto. But anyways, you do it to help yourself cope with your existence? Oh no. Or oh yes? I don't know, whatever inspires confidence. If dressing like a clown inspires confidence in you about yourself, then I support it. But with that said, stream is just about done. I'm gonna see if anybody who I follow is live. Let me go to my channel here. Following. Who is live? Dude. Axe is live. Why don't I do a little something like this? Yeah, I'll see you on Saturday. Don't worry about having read any full study or whatever. Just maybe dip your toes in the water a little bit, so to speak. All right, raid has been created. Yeah, it's true. Sometimes you just forget the days of the week exist. But anyways, y'all be good. Have fun with Axe. Bye-bye.